Hi guys, this is stretch 4, or video 4 I should say, they're not all stretches, for the Unlock Your Hamstring series, and we're finally getting to the point where you get to actually do individual hamstring stretches, only basic but with a bit of a twist, that will help definitely help your kicking ability and your extensions and your kicks. Again, it translates to any sport, and it will also all help ease off anyone with, like me, a bit older with lower back problems. So it's a fairly typical stretch, but I'm going to give you the teaching points that will make the difference. So Livy's going to kneel down like this, like a pencil, and then she's going to stride one leg forward nice and straight. What most people do there is they twist the hips, and everything goes a bit wonky. So you're going to make sure your hips are facing forwards, leg completely straight. My rear foot and leg is directly behind me, not off at an angle. Okay, so I'm keeping everything hips forwards. At that point, she's going to tilt her hips back. Okay, so just focus on Livy now. I'm going to turn you around to that. So start from kneeling down again for me. Make sure you're super straight, so your bum's not hanging back. Then stride your leg forward. Yep, so keeping your bum pressed forwards. So your hips forwards here, so your forwards here, as in there, but then turn your hips back. Not pushing them back, tilt them back. So this is going to require some kind of pelvic ability to move here, guys. So when I say forwards and back, I don't mean like this. I mean move yourself forwards, yes, with your toe up, but turn your hips back. I think, what's the chops? Cardi B or whatever. So she's gonna kind of tilt her hips back, and that will help pull those hamstrings nice and straight with the legs straight. Then she's gonna focus on tilting forwards. There's no need to hunch your back and touch the floor like Livy just has there. You can just turn your hips and focus on keeping your back straight and leaning forwards, and you'll get a better stretch anyway. If you want to try and isolate and make that a little bit tougher, you can raise up that front leg. Still keeping it super straight, still keeping the toes up to the ceiling, still keeping the hips back. Everything's the same. All I've done is lifted that leg up. It'll probably require less of a tilt forwards to get a good stretch now. And it's really important you don't turn your hips. A lot of people, as they start progressing this front leg, the hip comes forwards, and it just messes the stretch up, and you'll end up with certain tight areas on one side rather than the other. And again, if she wants to make that even worse and progress it further, she's going to go here. My suggestion is just pick one that's bearable for you, and do it for 3 to 5 minutes on each leg. And then if you were to do that on all of the stretches and things and bits and bobs we've done so far, and this being video 4, you're looking at 5 on the first video, 6, 7, 8. At 20 minutes. So yes, it's a long one, but if you've got particularly tight hamstrings, 20 minutes not a lot to dedicate to get them fixed. Maybe 2 to 3 times a week. You could probably do it for, let's say, 4 weeks, maybe 5 or 6 weeks, and the difference will be huge. And then from there, it's just maintenance. You might only then drop to it once a week. You might then just add general hamstring stretches into what you're doing, and you should be able to stay on top of it all without anything crazy happening. So give it that extra focus for the next month or so. Get on top of it, and then you can just maintain it. It's a lot easier.